Hey guys, this is MugenLord here, and I just wanted to update you guys with the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Arcade1up pre-orders that was going on September 8th. We talked about it before in a recent video, whether or not I was going to pick it up, and I decided that, yo, this is something that I want, because you can see behind me, I have the Marvel vs. Capcom 1 arcade cabinet. It's been around for what? It's going on 2 years now? Yeah, so this was an item that I really wanted. Most people who are fans of Marvel vs. Capcom 2, this is like the only way you're able to actually get a new version or a remaster or updated version of the game, since Marvel refused to come together with Capcom to re-release this on consoles, which I think, in my opinion, that it may eventually happen. I think it all depends on whether or not how successful the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinets are with Arcade1up. Now, in this video, I just want to talk about how right now it's pretty much a controversy surrounding this cabinet, is because it instantly sold out the moment pre-orders had went up. Sold out instantly. When I say instantly, I mean the moment it said that 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time pre-order. You click that, you click the website, it said sold out instantly. Like, most people haven't had a chance to be able to put the item in the cart, and for some people the cart page haven't shown up, period. You just have the regular splash page on the Arcade1up website, and that was it. There was no way to access to put the item in the cart or anything, and so many people are furious, so many people are upset. And we can also, to me, I think the problem was contributed to the fact is that bots had something to do with this, because if you guys don't know, right after the pre-orders had came about and they were sold out instantly, like a few seconds later on eBay, there was a lot of Arcade1up machines that was up for $5,000, $12,000. It was just crazy. So bots definitely played a hand in this, but also the blame goes into Arcade1up, because as you can see on the main website as well, it still says sold out, and you pretty much have to now wait for people, for them to let you know when they're going to have more in stock. Now, my situation, because yes, I was able to be lucky enough to be able to get my hands on a pre-order, so stay tuned for when the cabinet gets here. We're going to do a complete unboxing of it and everything, to let you guys know how well the cabinet is and how it fares and shake up. So now my experience, which was crazy, just like my nightmares with pre-ordering the Xbox Series X and the PS5, I had pretty much hit the notification the moment this announcement was made for the cabinet. I was able to hit the notification to have them notify me of when pre-orders will be ready and when it'll be up, so I'll be able to grab a pre-order for this. Now, I'll give you, in my personal opinion, I didn't think that the cabinet was going to sell out, and the reason why I say this is because I was able to easily pre-order the first cabinet that you see behind me, the Marvel vs. Capcom 1 cabinet. I did it with no problems. It didn't even sell out. I was able to pick up the cabinet, and then the crazy thing about it was my pre-order was then rejected because of I have a security alert on my debit card. So my bank rejected it because they didn't know what this order was, and it was a huge amount, so they just outright rejected it. And the thing was, I was able, if I missed my text message, because normally my phone would notify me and let me know that, hey, is this order, if my credit card or my bank would text me and say, hey, did this big order come from you? If I say yes, then the pre-order the transaction will go through. I didn't check my phone because whatever I was doing at the time, I didn't even notice that this text had went through. So they not only rejected my order, weeks later, I had to go back in, talk to my bank, and then they allowed it to go through, and then I had to go back and pre-order it. I had enough time to go back and pre-order it without it being sold out at all, so I was able to snag it. So I figured that in this situation with the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinet, I thought that the same situation could possibly happen, that many people, it would be just easy to just grab it and it won't be any issues. And then on top of that, there was a situation where the UK had their pre-order launch hours, like the day before the US pre-order launch, and there's a lot of people in the UK was saying that, hey, in the UK, because of inflation, I think the cabinet was like $700 or $800. And there was a lot of YouTubers that's in the UK who focus on Arcade1up machines and arcades in general, was like, no, I'm not pre-ordering this, because even though I love Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I love what's included in it, it's not worth the $700 or $800 pounds, whatever the currency is, where they're at. They said it's not worth it. I'm not paying that much money for that. So I seen there was a couple or quite a few people from the UK that was saying that, no, I'm not putting money down on this. So I figured that, hey, maybe this could be the same situation as well, that we will pretty much have some people that think that the price just right now, as of right now, especially with the inflation and stuff, that people may just opt out of it and just wait until a price drop happens before they decide to go get it. So I thought that, hey, it's going to be an abundance of it. But man, it was crazy, because it was on a Friday. I had to take my daughter to school. She gets out around like 1 o'clock, because she gets out early. So I was like, okay, I'll get up, do 12. I'll take my nap. I'll wake up around like 11:30, so I can be prepared for it. I had my tabs up, waiting for the pre-order to go up. And then out of nowhere, I get the text message around 11, like 45 or something like that. I click on it just to take me to the site, and it took me to this splash page right here. Took me right here, and it didn't have anything about pre-orders. And I was like, yeah, it starts at 12 p.m. Eastern time, so I said still have a few minutes to wait and before the pre-order goes up. So then out of nowhere 12 o'clock comes. As it said, I refreshed the page. I refreshed the page. When I refreshed the page, it still gave me the splash page, still saying that pre-orders is going to roll out soon. So I'm like, it's 12 o'clock. What the hell is going on? So I refreshed the page, and it was still giving me the splash page. I look up, it's like 12:05, 12:07 maybe. And when I refreshed the page one last time, about the 6th time, it just said, sorry, Hero, you was too slow. Sold out. The cabinet was sold out. And I was like, what the hell? What do you mean sold out? Y'all specifically said 12 o'clock. Y'all said 12 o'clock. This is where the pre-orders is going to be up. I followed the instructions. I got up minutes early from my nap to be prepared for it, and then y'all guys tell me that it's sold out and I'm too slow after I refreshed the page so many times. So I was kind of frustrated and irritated, because I was like, yo, like, that's not fair or whatever. And I automatically assumed that, yo, bots had something to do with this. Bots definitely had something to do with this, because I've never seen something just sell out. I've seen things sell out. I like I said, I've been through the whole nightmare of getting the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. I can tell you that for sure. But there's no way in the world that you refresh the page and then bam, just like that, and then you go on eBay and you see people already selling it at skyrocketed prices. It had to have been bots or whatever. But then they said, just wait for the list of where other retailers that's going to be putting up their batch and stuff. So they only had Target at the time. So I go to Target, and Target was instantly sold out. Just instantly sold out. So I wasn't even able to get a cabinet at Target. So now I'm irritated. So I checked Best Buy. Best Buy don't even have the Marvel vs. Capcom cabinet, 2 cabinet at all. So I was like, I'm typing it up on Best Buy, nothing shows up. So I was like, okay, I guess I go out and get lunch. I guess I won't be getting the cabinet. And I said, okay, I can deal with that. Fine, I'm not gonna get the cabinet. I go get lunch. I call my pops up and tell them, because my plan was, when I get the Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinet, the Marvel vs. Capcom 1 cabinet you see back there, I'm gonna give it to my dad. Just give it to him or whatever. So I wanted to get that to my dad, and my dad was excited, because he was like, wow, like, my son's gonna just give me the cabinet and stuff. I'm like, I don't need it. I mean, this cabinet's gonna have all the games that the previous cabinet have, plus Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and the other ones that the Marvel vs. Capcom 1 games cabinet was missing. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give it to my pops. You know, he can put it in his room and stuff like that for his setup. So as I finished talking to my dad, I come home with my lunch to go sit down and just work on some content. And then out of nowhere, I go back to the page and say, here's a list of places that they finally put the list up where you can get the cabinet. I looked up Best Buy, had the cabinets, and I was like, wow. And it said you can pre-order it right now, so that's how I was able to pre-order it, and that was how I was able to grab it. Now the thing is, when it comes to the cabinet all in itself and how people was giving their experience about it, a lot of people saying that Best Buy didn't even notify them, or a lot of people had to keep waiting for Best Buy to put up pre-orders, and even when pre-orders went up for Best Buy, people wasn't able to snap them because people grabbed them up. I don't know how I got lucky with that, but the moment, and the thing was, that list probably was up for some time. I was at the store ordering my lunch. I was in there for about 20 minutes. So that list could have been up for 20, maybe longer than that. And I came there, and the cabinet was right there at Best Buy, and I was able to snab it. So yeah, they snabbed it, and they pulled the money out of my account instantly. So good, I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, they really dropped the ball on this. Now, my opinion and what I believe the reason why, and the guy from the representative of Arcade1up, he was saying that they talked with a lot of the retailers, and they pretty much planned to have a limited or put them out in batches. And I think the reason why they decided to do batches and make this whole limited type of situation with this situation is, if you guys are not following Arcade1up and don't know much about the community, what's been going on, this has been a split community when it comes to the community and how these cabinets are made, how they're done, and also the quality of them. And what happened was the Killer Instincts cabinet that they had pretty much announced, and they was charging about about like $700, and this is for the US as well. And they really hyped up this cabinet, and a lot of people was like, whoa, what's going on? Like, this is quite expensive, where we only getting Killer Instincts 1, 2, and we getting Battletoads Arcade 4, and these is only getting 3 games for this, and y'all asking us $700 for this cabinet. So that pretty much blew them up with that. So a lot of people didn't even bother to pre-order it, and they had a bunch in stock. And because of that situation, they realized that they made a mistake by not only raising the price of that, but also they announced within that same time frame where people pre-ordered the Killer Instincts cabinet, they also announced they was coming out with a Pro Edition cabinet for Killer Instincts. And what the Pro Edition is, these Pro Edition cabinets are pretty much a much bigger size cabinet, to be almost to the size of a traditional arcade cabinet, and a much bigger screen. And they charging a premium price for it. So a lot of people was like, wait a minute, not only have you guys made me pre-order the original KI cabinet, then y'all turn around and announce a premium version, and I could have just pre-ordered that. So it caused a lot of confusion. So I think with this situation, they decided to say, hey, let's just slowly put these out to see and gauge how much people are willing to pre-order this. Because what happens with Arcade1up, they have a lot of cabinets in stock, and then they actually have to really clear out their warehouses, and then you find out a lot of cabinets are up for sale. I mean, for cheap prices that's really affordable for you to go out and grab these. So that's what I think this situation is. But at the same time, we also found out that Arcade1up not only screwed this up, they also put the pre-orders out at 11:43. So they didn't even put it out at 12 o'clock. They put it out at 11:43, which a lot of people didn't even know. So it was already sold out, and people missed out on it. And then the page itself didn't load up. It didn't load up for a lot of people, including myself. So they really dropped the ball on this, and I see a lot of people upset about this. And then also when it comes to Arcade1up, where a lot of these retailers also put the cabinet and released the cabinet way before the initial release date. So there's some people who pre-ordered it, but then you look at YouTubers or people posting up YouTube videos of them having the cabinet a week or two before the actual thing is supposed to release, because retailers are already putting them out. Then people are saying, then what's the sense of pre-ordering if I can just walk to the store and just luckily run across it, and the retailers already have them out for you to go pick them up physically? Then why did I pre-order this? And I could just went to the store and go get it and have it 2 weeks before. So yeah, there's a lot of controversy surrounding it, but I was lucky enough to be able to officially snap a cabinet. So stay tuned when the cabinet release. We supposed to be expecting it in October, and I will be doing an unboxing my father and I is going to be putting together. I had bought some Samba buttons for it, and I also bought hat joysticks that I will be modding for the first time. Me and my father is going to be modding the sticks and everything. So it's going to be pretty fun. You gotta watch us put this together. I'm going to do a video breakdown of it, how it works, and you actually going to see us mod the arcade sticks, you know, piece by piece. So I think it's going to be a fun experience. I know there's a lot of issues and like a split community within the Arcade1ups, and a lot of people don't think it's worth it, and hey, just go get an emulator. But for me, I treat the cabinets more like furniture, like that it goes good with my room, it goes good with my setup. And I do play the cabinet, especially when I'm sitting down and I'm brainstorming on my comic book ideas and stuff like that. I just go to the cabinet and just play for a little bit and everything. So to me, I treat it more like furniture, that it just looks good for a setup and I can play it occasionally. That's what I treat it as. But a lot of people who like to create home arcades really take this stuff seriously and everything. But that pretty much wraps up this video. Just want to give you just an overall update of what's been going on with the Arcade1up cabinet, and how I fared out with it, and what the community's been up to, and their experiences as well. So if you like the video, hit the like button, and also hit the subscribe button if you like this kind of content. I promise you guys who come for the fighting games that there will be some more fighting game videos here on this channel, because I know I've been hitting you guys with a lot of RPGs, since my channels consist of fighting games and RPGs. So I've been slacking on the fighting games area, but I'll pick up on that as well. So don't forget to hit that bell to be notified, because it really helps me out for this channel and to be recommended, and helps me in the algorithm. So this is MugenLord, sign off. I'll see you game fiends later. Peace out.